Remember, remember the silent pain, the twisted truth, the experiment of betrayal. For it is not the mind of the enemy we must fear, but the heart of those who pretend to protect us. You see, my friends, there was a time not long ago when men in suits, men with shadows in their eyes, played with lives as if they were mere pawns in a game of war. They did not consider the cost, nor the blood spilled, for they believed that power is secured through silence and secrecy. I speak to you now of Project 112, an operation shrouded in deception, buried beneath layers of lies. In the name of defense, this shadowy government program unleashed a deadly force upon those who dared to serve. It was not the enemy they feared. No, it was not the Soviet Union or some foreign invader. It was the very idea that their own citizens, their own soldiers, might rise up, might question the corruption that taints every corner of their empire. And so they turned to something darker, something sinister. They tested chemical and biological weapons upon their own. They carried out experiments in secret, out of sight and out of mind. Who were the victims? Our soldiers. Those who wore the uniform with pride, who gave their lives for the illusion of protection. They were exposed, not to war, but to a poison far more insidious, the poison of betrayal. This, my friends, is Project 112. A series of tests so vile, so horrific, they should have been the spark that ignited a firestorm of accountability. But no one spoke. No one acted. Men were sprayed with toxic agents, subjected to the invisible threat of biological warfare, tested as if they were nothing but lab rats in an uncaring world. And when they fell ill, when the poison began its insidious work inside their bodies, they were forgotten, abandoned, cast aside like broken tools. But the truth, as it always does, has a way of emerging from the darkness. It was not until the early 2000s, long after the damage had been done, that the truth began to leak out, like a slow poison seeping into the public's consciousness. The victims, the forgotten soldiers, they were denied the right to even know what had been done to them. And yet, in the depths of their suffering, they rose. They demanded answers. They refused to remain silent. They were not heroes. No, they were victims. But even victims can be agents of change, when the truth is their sword and justice is their shield. The government, that bloated, arrogant beast, was forced to acknowledge the deeds done in secret, to shine a light on the program's existence. And yet, the answers remain incomplete. The full extent of the experiments, the names of those involved, all hidden away, tucked behind a wall of secrecy. And the cost? Countless lives shattered, and the ones who survive? They are left to suffer in silence, their health deteriorating as they seek justice that has never come. So I say to you now, do not let them forget. Do not let them continue to play God with our lives. Do not let their silence be the end of the story. For the truth is a weapon more powerful than any chemical agent, and we must use it. We must demand the whole truth. We must demand the accountability that those who have suffered so long deserve. And in the end, we must show them that the spirit of those who fought, who suffered, who were tested for nothing more than the whim of a few men in power, that spirit will never be extinguished. This is not just the story of soldiers or veterans. This is the story of us all. The very fabric of our society is tested every time we let such things happen in the shadows. So rise, my friends, and remember, it is not the silence of the few that we must fear, but the silence of the many. And it is not the actions of one man, but the apathy of the masses that will determine our fate. Remember Project 112. Remember the lives stolen, and remember the cost of silence is too great. The time for action is now.